Okay, we're good.
Happy February, everyone. Today we had kind of a long and sort of eventful board meeting today with our audit being passed and several other types of financial approvals. But one thing that I'm very pleased that our board did today was to approve Veterans Day as a paid holiday for all employees at Clovis Community College. This means that we will be closed on Veterans Day to celebrate the holiday, to commemorate the service of our veterans, to allow students and employees to attend Veterans Day events community-wide, and then we will also have our own Veterans Day ceremony either the day before or after the official holiday, depending upon when the day falls from year to year. But this is something that I think is a nice gesture from our Board of Trustees, so if you see any of them, please be sure to thank them. I want to put on everybody's radar screen kind of a save the date for March the 4th, which will be SkillFest. So we had a President's Council meeting today, and all three of the constituency groups are hard at work on getting their baskets ready for the annual throwdown to see whose basket ends up being the best, to see whose raffle makes the most money and all of that. So I've heard something about possibly a trip to Ruidoso from the support employees and some sort of a baking, cooking thing from the professional employees that Jennifer Bussey swears is going to probably involve some sort of a high-ticket item. So anyway, I think that'll heat up as we get a little bit closer to the event, and I'm always, afraid that there's going to be bloodshed or something like that as we get a little bit more competitive every year. But it certainly does keep things more interesting, I think. We have a couple of cultural arts events in February, short month, but two really, really fantastic acts. The first one is Jesse Cook, which will be February the 11th, which is next Thursday. Jesse Cook has been here before. He's a classical guitarist. We are the only stop that he's making in New Mexico this year, so we're really fortunate to have him. Again, this is one of those things where Christy Mendoza made a deal. I really prefer not to know the particulars of the deal. Probably no one should know about those things, but she's been able to bring Jesse Cook back, and we're thrilled to have him back again. And that will be at Marshall Auditorium again on February the 11th. On February the 27th, March 4th will be here. Not obviously, actually not March 4th, but the group March 4th. I thought at first that they were a marching band, and I was really confused about how we were going to have a marching band on the stage at Marshall Junior High and why we would be having a marching band on the stage at Marshall Junior High. But this sounds like a really fantastic, eclectic act. So they do different kinds of dancing. They have all of the instruments basically that would be in a marching band. It's about a 20-person act, and there's a lot of variety in what they do. So this will be a very family-friendly event. Bring your kids, bring everybody you know, but I think this is going to be one of those acts that everybody really enjoys and has a lot of surprises with it too. We will also, I kind of want to give everybody a little bit of an update of what's going on in the legislative session. If you watch the news or pay attention to anything in the newspaper right now, you'll know that things are rather bleak. Our state revenues are way off of the initial projections from last fall. But I'm happy to report that Clovis Community College budget at this point looks like it's probably going to remain pretty much flat with what it was last year. And in this economy, being able to remain flat is a fantastic win for us, in my opinion. So the legislature is still, coming up with recommendations for how they're going to make up for what is actually going to be a shortfall with some expenses that they have to cover in some other departments, but we should be fine with that. We also have $2 million right now on the bill for the general obligation bond, and that will be for overall campus infrastructure repair, things like roofs, air handlers, upgrades to our energy systems, lighting and things like that. So hopefully there won't be any kind of adjustment to that, and that will go through as it stands right now. I'm really pleased to report that the wall that we have in our commons and that we've had in our commons since the beginning of the semester, we are 99.9% sure will come down this Saturday. So I'm not really sure, but there may be some sort of a tearing down the wall celebration or something. It is the most uninviting looking thing when you come in our front door. It's been called everything from a bowling alley to the Berlin Wall to our immigration checkpoint, whatever. It is not inviting, and it's very confusing when you come in the front door. But that means that the air handler project upstairs is, getting to, it's not complete yet, but it's moving along much more quickly than we'd hoped. So at least if the walls can come out, then we know that we'll soon have heat and cooling again over in that part of the building. And I think you probably noticed now that we've also got roofing projects going on around campus. So please be patient with whatever kind of hammering or clanking around or whatever you might happen to hear. It's amazing to me to watch people step out onto a roof that looks like it has, about a 45-degree angle pitch or something like that. The wind's blowing 45 miles an hour. They're walking straight up that slope, carrying tiles on their back, dirt blowing everywhere, and they're still doing it. It's kind of hard to take your eyes away. It's, like watching a disaster or something, but the roof is getting put back on. February is a short month, but we've got a lot going on. If anyone has any questions or if there's anything that I can do to help you with your job, please let me know. Again, I really, really appreciate all the hard work that everybody's doing. We have a lot of projects going on right now. Everybody seems to be really busy with a lot of, different events and everything. But again, thank you for what you do.